Yeah, Nico, got David Warner alongside me. Davey, not the Kings night, unfortunately, this evening. Where do you deduce where that one went wrong in the last 40?
Yeah, look, I think it was always going to be difficult when you're looking at that wicket at the start. Losing the toss doesn't help, but I think for us it's about trying to get into positions where we can score. We found it difficult with the up and down and a few movements sideways, but look, I think, we're probably 20 short of being competitive, but, when you're chasing 128 as well, I can't fault the way that our bowlers bowled. I felt like they bowled fantastic. They hit the right areas that I said, and there's a couple of, balls that got dispatched here and there, but look, I think the credit to the way that they bowled first and then obviously went about it batting second.
So many sways of momentum right throughout that game. Moments that went your way, moments that didn't, obviously. Well, how do you sort of regroup and look ahead to having to back it up tomorrow against the Zalmi?
Yeah, look, we're playing on the same wicket, so we know how it's going to play, but it's about trying to assess in the next 24 hours how we're going to go about it with the bat. It is going to be challenging, but, what's a good score? 130 is probably not a good score, so for us, we're going to have to try and work out how we're going to hit boundaries, how we're going to assess the first six, and is it a back-end game as well? So, look, there's a lot to divulge over the next sort of hour, but then just try and forget about this game and move on to tomorrow.
I know you're going to be a bit of a goldfish in this format of the game. Bit of a specky from you in the field, though, to get rid of Sahib Sadar Farhan. Take us through that one.
Yeah, look, it went up in the air and I sort of did what I know, and that's to try and run back and try and chase it and then try and keep your eyes on the ball, and it just kept going with the wind, and look, it was a fluke by the end of the day.
A lot of positives in that, though, too. How good's Hassan Ali been with the ball for you?
Yeah, look, he's an experienced head, and he spearheads our attack, and it's great to have a guy of his class and calibre, and he's got a lot of knowledge about the game, and he helps me a lot with our bowling stock. So look, to see him do very, very well for himself and for us is great. Hopefully he can keep continuing that and have some more success.
A lot said about this Australian soil wicket today as well. It didn't play, as we know, Australian wickets too, obviously, but in Karachi they're throwing a lot of different conditions at you. How have you made of your time here at Karachi National Bank Stadium?
Yeah, look, we were told that having 5 games in a row here is an advantage. Well, I think you can fairly see now that it's not. So, look, each wicket's going to be different, wear and tear, and then on a fresh wicket, there was extreme dew the first game. There was not much the second. There was none tonight. So it's a mixed bag, but all we can control is what happens inside this ring. And, for us, it's about playing good cricket. And tonight we just didn't play that.
Up against a mixed bag, Peshawar Zalmi only won one so far this edition of the tournament. What do you make of Babar Azam and his men?
Yeah, look, they've got high-class players as well. We're going to have to come out and not play the player, just play the best game that we can. As I always say, take early wickets and build a good partnership in the power play when we're batting. So, yeah, look, it doesn't matter what they've won and what they've lost. It's about us coming out and just doing the best we can.
Wise words as always, Davey. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.